London, 1888. A city alive with progress and rotting from the inside. Gas lamps flicker through thick fog. The streets of Whitechapel are not just dark, they feel abandoned by time itself. Poverty is everywhere, silence is heavier than sound, and somewhere in that silence, something is walking, something no one sees. But everyone will fear, because in a few weeks, it will have a name. Jack the Ripper. It begins with a woman walking alone. Mary Ann Nichols. She steps into the night and never returns. Hours later, her body is found. Not hidden, not buried. Displayed. Her throat is cut so deeply, it nearly separates the head. Her body is mutilated with precision that shocks even experienced officers. But here is the first problem. There is no struggle, no scream reported, no witness. Only one conclusion remains. Whoever did this was not interrupted. He finished what he started and walked away. Then it happens again. Annie Chapman. Another body. More precise, more invasive, more deliberate. Now the police realize something terrifying. This is not random. This is repetition. And repetition means one thing. A pattern. Whitechapel begins to collapse. Women refuse to leave their homes at night. Men carry knives in their pockets. The streets feel watched. But not by police. By something else. Something that moves faster than fear can respond. Because every time officers arrive at a scene, the killer is already gone. Not hiding. Not running. Gone. As if he never existed at all. Then the letters arrive. Sent to newspapers. Sent to police. One name appears again and again. Jack the Ripper? At first, they think it's a joke. Then the details inside the letters begin to match the crime scenes. Too closely. Too specifically. Now the city has a problem. If the letters are real, then the killer is communicating. If they are fake, then someone is playing a game with an entire nation's fear. Either way, the result is the same. Panic spreads faster than truth. September 30th, 1888. 2 murders in one night. Less than an hour apart. Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes. The entire East End becomes a battlefield of confusion. Police run through fog so thick they can barely see 3 meters ahead. But the killer does not rush. He does not panic. He operates calmly and disappears calmly. At one scene, something is left behind. A message written in chalk. A clue. A direction. Maybe even an identity. But before it can be properly recorded, it is erased. A mistake. One decision. And with it, the closest thing to truth is lost forever. Now the city changes. This is no longer just fear. This is obsession. Everyone becomes a suspect. A doctor. A sailor. A butcher. A neighbour. A stranger standing too close. But the investigation leads nowhere. Because there is no physical evidence strong enough to hold on to. No fingerprints. No DNA. No certainty. Only fragments? And fragments cannot catch a ghost. Then comes the final case. November 9th, 1888. Mary Jane Kelly. Inside a locked room. This time, there is no street. No escape route. No chance of interruption. Only silence behind a closed door. When police finally enter, they stop at the threshold. Because what is inside that room is not just a crime scene. It is something that feels personal, controlled, and complete. As if the killer did not just take a life, but finished a statement. And after this night, everything stops. No more murders, no more letters, no more Jack. Only silence returns to Whitechapel. But it is not peace. It is absence. No one is ever arrested. No identity is ever confirmed. No truth is ever sealed. More than a century later, the question still refuses to die. Who was he? A doctor with knowledge too precise? A sailor moving between ports? A man living among victims every day? Or something far more unsettling? Someone ordinary who was never noticed at all? London never solved it. And maybe that is the final horror. Not that a killer was never caught, but that he was never seen. Because Jack the Ripper did not just kill people. He changed something deeper. He proved that in a crowded city, a monster can disappear in plain sight, and no one will ever know.